Bobber is getting hit. There we go, I got something. That's looking rough.
Do you see that? I'm parked right there.
There's more hail. Here we go. Look at that. Alrighty, y'all, welcome back. So I got the truck out and I got the dang old kayak out because it's been a minute. And we're gonna head out on this old pond out here and we're gonna see if we can catch ourselves some dinner tonight. It's about 55 degrees. It's somewhat cloudy. I think the low tonight is like 37-ish. And yeah, fingers crossed we can catch something, because other than that, I don't have a lot to eat tonight, but we're gonna see what we can do. Stay tuned, y'all. It's windier out here than I thought it was gonna be. We may have more luck just walking the bank at this point. My bobber's getting hit. My bobber is getting hit. There we go, I got something. Come on, be decent. Boom. That'll eat. That'll eat for sure. We're keeping that guy. Bam. Nice little crappie. And there's thunder in the distance, so we might get kicked off the water here pretty quickly, but it's not a huge crappie, but that is definitely gonna eat. I'm gonna get this guy knocked out. And do I have a stringer with me actually? Might have brought a stringer. Just dump my reel in the water. Can you hear that thunder? I hooked a dang old piece of trash. I am all sorts of discombobulated. But I have a fish, so I'm stoked on that. All right, let's see if I can find this. Yeah, I do have a stringer. I can keep him in the water and keep him alive. Since it's a little bit warm, I don't want to just have him laying in here right now. Bam, first crappie I've caught. Probably since my truck blew up. Well, we've got one. Now I just gotta put this somewhere so I don't lose it. Can't have him running away. He's got to be our dinner tonight. Well, if we only get one, we only get one, but we've got one. All right. Let's get these rods figured out. Well, all right, yeah. I don't know if you guys could tell, but it's dark out here. I casted right back to where I caught that first one. Usually crappie are in schools. So we'll see if we could get number two. That would be really, really awesome. I have a jig on here with a pink plastic. I'll toss that around a little bit, but if it starts raining, I might have to get off the water and walk back to the truck. I don't know if I'd want to paddle over there in the rain. We'll see. I'm gonna keep trying because I'd really like to catch another one. Two or like three would be perfect. Come on, crappies. Well, it is looking real stormy all of a sudden. I really don't want to give up right now, but I also know that I shouldn't be on the water if a thunderstorm starts rolling through. It's not a smart choice. Man, really just wanted one more. But it is looking dark, and I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, I just saw lightning. Just saw lightning. All right, I have got to hightail it back to the boat ramp. We'll see. I didn't know it was supposed to storm like this. And I have 0 cell signal, so I can't even look it up. But out here, we do still have our one fish. Yeah, can you hear that? We're about to run into the dock. That's looking rough.
Did you see that? I'm parked right there.
All right, I gotta get back to the dock. Probably should have left sooner. But man, one fish ain't gonna be very much, but we got one. That's all that matters. Hopefully, oh yeah, there's lightning. Hopefully this just goes through quickly and we can try to fish a little bit more, but it's looking rough out here. Still got our fish on there? Yes, we do. Well, I'd say we got lucky on that. Man, what do I want to do? I'm gonna check my weather. Yeah, why don't I have any signal? I need to reset my phone. See what the weather is supposed to do. I'd like to keep fishing, but that looks like it might nail us, so I might just need to pack it up. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. All right, my kayak's still on the ramp. Hopefully it doesn't get too wild and like start floating away. But I can see clear skies on the other side of this, so I really don't think it's gonna last long. Conditions are favorable for funnel clouds and small hail. Well, dang old dang, tell you what. There's more hail. It's not very big, but it's coming down. Lightning. Dude, it's wild. You can see blue skies over there. I should have got in the back of the truck. Wasn't thinking. I just don't want my kayak to float away. That would be horrible. But I'm very happy that I got off the water for this. All right, all the rain has stopped. It lasted like half hour, 45 minutes-ish. It's still sprinkling a hair, but there is supposed to be another band of storms that roll through in like an hour or so. So I'm sure my kayak seat is soaked at this point also, but I'm gonna load the kayak back on the trailer and I'm just gonna go back over to that dock, which is right over there. We can drive over there and I'm gonna keep fishing right there and see if we can catch another crappie. This guy is still chilling. He's doing fine. So yeah, I'm gonna get this thing loaded up and I'll see you guys over at that fishing pier. All right, let's see if we can make this happen again. Yeah, be nice to have more than one fish. Those are gonna be some fairly small fillets, but if we catch one more, maybe two more. Hopefully there's some over here. Oh, I see something I just saw some ripples around there. And then we'll get set up to camp. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if you guys can see the thunder clouds over there. There's supposed to be another band that rolls through, but that's not supposed to last long either. So hopefully, ooh, I just spooked something right there. Dang old dang. Hopefully something's biting. There we go, that's a good crappie. That is a good crappie. Bam. As soon as I shut the camera off, it hit again. All right, we've got 2 for dinner. Chill out, homie. You're going in the grease. Not too shabby. That's a decent one. All right. I'm gonna dispatch this guy and we'll try for 1 more. I still got plenty of light. 3 would probably be perfect, but 2 is definitely enough. Oh, something was chewing on it again. There we go. Got another one. All right. Bam. This might be the best one. And with that, I think we're gonna call it for fishing, and we're gonna go find ourselves a spot for the night. This park got really busy, but it is once again a Friday. I had a busy week, so I'm out on a Friday night. I usually try to avoid the weekends for camping, but that's a thick boy. We're gonna take this guy back and put him in the cooler, and we'll get ourselves a spot. We'll get him cleaned up, and we'll have ourselves a little fish fry for dinner. And we're level enough. All right, we got ourselves a nice spot for tonight. Managed to get away from everybody else. They're all over there at like right next to the lake and the electric spots. I'm up here in what is the primitive sites. But I got to get them fish cleaned up. Won't really need our step tonight. Fishies in there. Now I guess fingers crossed I actually have my fillet knife in here. Might be dumb and not have it. Guess you guys shouldn't be terribly surprised by that. It looks like it's in there. Why don't we just take this whole thing? There we go. Now, do we have cutting board? Probably not. Although, yeah, we do. Shablam. Microplastics. I'm sure somebody was going to say it. Just do it right here on the step. Alrighty, y'all, fish have been cleaned. I got rid of the old carcasses that were left over, and we've got a decent amount. So we're gonna let those guys soak in some water on ice for a minute, and we need to get ourselves a fire going. No fire pit up here, but Terry Ray, who's been sending in a ton of stuff on the live streams, sent in a new collapsible fire pit. So we're gonna get that guy going. Too much stuff in here now, dangle dang. Heave ho. So I opened this thing up on the live and I put it together. If you guys were watching that, you've seen this already. But it is Otoland, I don't know. There's the name of it if you guys want to check it out. And it folds out into that thing. It doesn't fold, it's different pieces of metal that just slide together. Try not to put everything on the ground and getting it all muddy, you know. Yeah, you got some end pieces here. Slides in over yonder this way. Bam, and there's your basic fire pit. It is definitely a little bit longer than the one that I have, and then it's got this piece that can slide in here. So you get good airflow underneath. And you've got a grill grate for the top of it. Bam, bam. And a doohickey to get your grill grate on and off. Bam, bam. So, it's humid out here now that it rained. Get this thing off. And I think the second round of storms is going to go right past us. I think it's going to develop past us, and probably already has, because it's past 6 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. So we only got an hour of light left. We got to get this done. I don't know if I'm going to use this to cook or if we'll use my stove. I don't know if I want to put that on there or not. Won't be able to get less wood in that way. We're not going to use this piece right now because it does have holes in the bottom, so it'll get plenty of airflow. There's holes in the bottom and the sides. Just give it a whirl. Ooh, I got new fire starters. So Kyle and the other guys from All Dogs Off-Road, you guys have seen Kyle in a few videos, they went down to the Moore Expo and they ran into these guys. Where's the name of their brand? I think it's on here somewhere. Maury Outdoor. You can maybe see that. It probably won't focus, but these are coffee. It's like the outsides of coffee beans. Handcrafted fire starter is a blend of all natural recycled coffee and organic beeswax. And there's 8 of them in here, if you can see that. So we're just going to break one of these guys off and see how it works. Shout out to those guys for hooking me up with these. I'll leave a link to this company in the description if you guys want to check it out, at MORII Outdoor. So, see how these things work. They smell like coffee. What I can smell over my fish fingers. That's why I wore gloves. See how this thing lights up. I don't know if you're supposed to like break it up at all. it's going. You see that? I'll put it out. Not too shabby. I'd say that worked. Well, I don't want to wait an hour for that thing to cook down so I can cook on it. So I am going to go ahead and grab the stove and do it because it's 7 o'clock and I'm hungry. We're going to use that. Should we use this guy? It's a little crusty. Might as well use our cast iron to do this. I thought about using the little pot that I have, but we'll use that guy. Let's try to make sure we got all of our stuff that we need before we get started. I think so. Probably all we need. I didn't grab any milk to do a wash in the fish before we dip it in our breading mix, but I do have a bottle of hot sauce that I've literally had in the cooler for like probably almost a month now. I don't know how many videos I've done and I haven't used that, so we'll just do it that way. We're going to use this Cajun mix fish fry. This was sent in on one of the lives. We'll give this stuff a whirl, and I'm also going to crush up some of these and put them in there. See how that is. And this is what we're going to use as like the wash on the fish. La Sagara hot sauce. Hopefully it says it's hot. Hopefully it's not too bad. People use Frank's hot sauce all the time to do this, and I've done it that way, and that's not too bad. Cooking it up takes a lot of the heat out of it, so we're just going to give it a whirl, although I probably should chunk the fish up a little bit instead of just the big fillets. My crusty grill. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut this up a little bit. Got some decent chunks. Feels good to be fishing again. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done a catch and cook. Yeah, that last one was definitely the biggest one. I only got one more bag, so we're going to reuse this one. As much as I don't want to, it's fine. It'll be just fine. Here's to hoping it's not too dang hot. And the trick is to do the same thing with your breading. You can do this where you like do it in a pan or whatever, or a bowl and dip it in, but I find it's a lot easier just to dump your mix in a bag and shake it around in there. Probably enough. Yeah, we'll crush some of these up. So that's Cajun. It says it's a little bit spicy, but just put some of these in there. Ooh. Don't do that. Well, we'll get some of it, that's for sure. It does smell a bit spicy. You need air in the bag though. That's the easiest way to bread your fish right there. All right, let's get some oil going. Definitely not level, but I ain't worried about it. All right, let's see if this guy's ready. Yep. right. Ah, this is gonna be good, man. I just grabbed some tater salad to go with it. We've got some deviled egg potato salad from the store. That'll be good. I did bring a can of beans, but I don't feel like, you know, grabbing a burner and cooking anything else. I think this will be just fine. The fire's kind of struggling over there. I think the wood that I have is wet too. Shut that guy off. I think we're good to go. That's more than enough. I was thinking I'd need 3. I could have just done with the 2, but tell you what, pretty sure I'll eat all of it. There we go. Look at that. All right. Well, let's let this stuff cool down, not burn ourselves. Give this a second to cool down too. Go grab my chair. All right. See how this fish turned out. Big old pile of tasty crappie. That's really good. And that breading is really crispy. A little bit spicy, but that's tasty. I'm digging that. I think the spice, a lot of the spice might be from the hot sauce too, which we can try a little bit of that on here too. Ooh. That's good stuff. You can definitely taste the flavor of it in the fish that I had, now that I've had some extra on there. That was good stuff. A little bit of tater salad. They call me tater salad. That's about a perfect dinner. I caught it myself. You see how white that is?
Oh, look at that.
Friday night, you got teenagers down. Dang old teenagers. It's crazy how quickly you get old, y'all. Get out there and do it while you can. Whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah, that wood's just not catching. I think we might just be SOL. Not a big deal. Last piece of fish. Well, it's a beautiful sunset, but the fire just ain't firing. So I'm gonna head in and give myself a movie going. It's getting cold out anyways. Ooh, yeah, it's getting chilly out there fast. Feels good to be back in the truck. It's been a couple of weeks. How's the old fro looking? What did I do with my, do I have? Yes. So I watched a movie last night at home. Pretty sure I've seen it before, but it's one of the better movies. It's It's called Mid-90s, and it's just about like a kid growing up in the mid-90s, and he turns into like a little skater kid. And they filmed it in, would it be like 4:3, so it's not wide. It's just a great flick. I would highly recommend that. It's on Netflix right now. Mid-90s. I haven't downloaded anything new, so I don't really even know what I've got on here, or if I even have. Did I kill the battery and not craptastic? My battery is dead. I never claimed to be a smart man. Oh. Does this have battery in it at least? Yeah, this is full. I don't know if I'll be able to watch it while it's... I probably got to give that a couple of minutes. See what the actual low temperature is tonight. I want to say it's like 37, 38. So it'll be a little bit chilly, but not too bad. I'm surprised we're still getting temps that low, honestly. Another Liquid Death, squeezed to death, so it's like orange flavored. It's pretty good. Yeah, I can't believe I let this die. I probably just didn't turn it off last time I used it, and it just died. A 1% battery. We'll try though. Yeah, sure, that's a great flick. But I've seen that multiple times. Poor Things, I've heard that's supposed to be pretty good. So, I think we might watch that. A few details. So it's from 2023, and it says, The Incredible Tale and Fantastical Evolution of Bella Baxter. I thought it was supposed to be like a horror movie. It's won 4 Oscars. Comedy drama. Well, we'll see what it's about. I'm always into watching different stuff. Contains tobacco depictions. The fact that they even have to do that these days, it's kind of ridiculous, but people are soft, I tell you what. Oh, birds are going crazy out there. Good morning. Ooh, it's chilly. Well, that movie last night was really, really weird. But it was decent. It had William Dafoe in it. And yeah, it was just really weird. It was filmed in a really weird style, but it was neat. Like, they used a fisheye lens in a lot of the stuff, which I know a lot of you guys don't like. And then, yeah, like, the way they had the background blurred and some of the stuff, it was like the actor would be in focus, but the whole background would be blurred, and it'd be like radio blurred. I don't know, it was just weird. And then some of it was in black and white, some of it was in color. Yeah, it was a weird flick, man. Weird flick. But if you're into stuff like that, I'd say check it out. It was long though. Man. Oh. I didn't bring any new coffee with me. We're just gonna have some Juan Valdez. Good old Juan makes some good coffee. I got it in here somewhere. It's definitely a jet boil kind of morning. Get some heat up in her. I don't know if I even have anything for breakfast with me. Maybe some granola. A little bit of granola left. There we go. Not really. It's a granola morning. We are boiling good. Just trying to get the moisture out. stuff. It was a pretty beautiful sunrise, though. Feels good to be back under the covers. It's chilly. Not complaining though. I'd rather have this cool mornings like this than the days that it's going to be 90 to 100 degrees and 70 degrees overnight. I don't know if we'll try to run that portable air conditioner that I have in here. And I'm sure we can. But it may not work the greatest even in a small space like this, just because the output tube does put out a lot of heat. So I can see my breath in here. I think I've said it every year for the last few years, but maybe we'll buy one of those camping air conditioners, the little Zero Breeze or something like that. Have to get a pretty hefty battery pack. But I did pick up a Starlink finally. Have not set it up yet, but I've got that. So that'll be beneficial for some future plans that I've got. Oh, Juan, your coffee is good. Oh, I gotta put my chair away in my fire pit. Dang old day. Oh, the sun's coming up through the trees. Right there. Gorgeous. A lot of condensation on the old rig, but I got this all strapped down last night, so I'm good to go. Ain't going nowhere. Alright, I gotta get this junk put away. Sun is bright. Well, I had a great time. It was really awesome to catch a few fish. The storm that rolled in was wild. I'm glad that we didn't get the second one, because I caught that last fish like at the point where I think that second round of storms was supposed to roll through. But yeah, I got lucky that I was smart enough to get off of the lake in time so that I didn't get completely hammered last night by that storm. That would have been horrible to be out there in that hail. But the dinner was great, man. Catch and cooks are always tasty. Gotta definitely do more of those this year. But I think that's it for now, y'all. got something good coming up for the next one. So, as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.